Hello, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about the biological clock. It is known as the circadian rhythm. We will understand about in a day the physiological events influence the body. So the external and internal stimuli which that will change the physiology throughout the day. Let's begin to understand. Energy gain and lose cycle, recovery and stress cycle, energy intake and energy output cycle. So first of all, we will understand about the concept of the physiological change, the catabolism and anabolism during the day. So, for example, during the daytime and nighttime, the physiological stimuli will influence the body, will change the physiology. Let's understand about the day behavioral changes and the night behavioral changes, which that is the challenge for the human. In this way, let's begin to understand from the brain which that stimulate to the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland. During the catabolism, during the stress time, when you will not sleep, during the daytime. So the pituitary gland will release the corticotropic releasing hormone from the adrenocorticotropic releasing hormone from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland to release and target to the adrenal gland to produce the cortisol from the adrenal cortex. In this way, the sympathetic nervous system activates this also, and the adrenal gland will produce cortisol. Cortisol will target to the several type of tissue. This is we are just understanding about the concept of the catabolism and anabolism. So in this way, the basically the stress time will lead to catabolism will occur more. The muscle breakdown, the proteolysis, lipolysis in the adipose tissue, glycogenolysis in the liver and muscle. In this way, the glucose will be moved into the blood circulatory system and the sympathetic nervous system response. While this is the also fasted state will trigger this because that is stress. But the parasympathetic nervous system against the stress when you will eat the food which that will trigger the B cell of the pancreas to release insulin and insulin due to the hyperglycemia when we will eat food. The glucose intake will increase in the blood glucose level after the absorption of the food which that will lead to insulin trigger the catabolism inhibition, so the anabolism will occur and the adipogenesis and the glycogenesis will occur due to the glucose intake. So I hope you make sense about that. This stimuli which that also influence the DNA will lead to activation of genes which that is synthesis of proteins with respect to the activity of the day. Synthesis of protein with the response of type of stressors like exercise, jobs, and abuses like addiction of drugs. Anyhow, now we will understand about the circadian rhythm throughout the biological clock and how it can change the human and throughout the day, sleep to the awake to again sleep. The DNA, the circadian rhythm will change, and in this way, the routine which that will influence the repair DNA process and the DNA break and the reproduction, epigenetics, homeostasis, and genetic fitness. The circadian rhythm means the circa means the day. So that is why let's begin to understand from the morning. When you will awake during the morning, you will go into the job, exercise or schooling. So the stress will increase. And the 6 a.m. during the morning time. So in this way the adrenocorticotropic releasing hormone will trigger the cortisol from the adrenal gland to activate the sympathetic nervous system. So the stress will increase and the muscle breakdown will lead to catabolism. In this way, the relaxation, the parasympathetic nervous system inhibition, while the sympathetic nervous system activate will lead to increase the stress from the beginning of the day, beginning of the morning to increase the stress more when you will uh, uh, when you will complete the day before the sleep. So anyhow, a morning to the noon time. The noon time is the 12 p.m. In this way, 12 a.m. Between the 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. the noon will occur. In this way, the noon time, the day is midday. In this way, the DNA influence and the lunch midday snacks we can use. In this way, the parasympathetic nervous system forcefully increase, ATP will increase, and motivation to further work and some recovery if you sleep. So the sleeping in hourly or 2 hours in a day is very important. Testosterone and growth hormone will decrease due to the overactivation and the sympathetic nervous system. Catabolism occur. So the 12 a.m. best coordination and fast reaction time. Basically, you can learn, you can move, and you can exercise, and you can complete the all type of task. But the testosterone will decrease drastically with the time of the day, and when go from the morning to the night, drastically decrease the testosterone. Testosterone will decrease, will lead to muscle strength basically decrease, but in this time the muscle strength will be increased before the decline of the testosterone, greater cardiovascular function and high blood pressure. But after this afternoon, the evening will occur. Evening is the 6 p.m. Melatonin will increase drastically and sleep stimulate for recovery and sleep required for the recovery. Anyhow, the 6 p.m. the going to the evening will lead to night in 9 p.m. When night time, so we will prepare the sleep. In this way, the sleep behavior will occur. In this, the catabolism will be increased, but you can feel anxiety and stress as well as laziness. In this way, the during night, the no eating, so the fasting will increase, insulin drop, lipolysis increase, growth hormone increase, recovery will occur, ketogenesis sometime, and testosterone increase and anabolism, and melatonin for example will increase before the night time, before the beginning of the sleep. In this way, the melatonin will lead to more target to the tissue, bones, and your brain, will lead to repair the DNA, and early morning time will occur again. But remember that during the night time the recovery will occur, the muscle breakdown will recover, and the tissue will recover, and apoptosis if the damaged cell, while the cell division will occur more. After this evening, night time to the waking time during the morning in 6 a.m., the breakfast will lead to energy increase, parasympathetic nervous system increase, stress decrease, melatonin stop, and testosterone will increase, and alertness more as well as low blood pressure for relaxation. But in this way, again, this afternoon to the evening, and evening to the midnight, midnight to the morning again, you can awake. And in this way, the deep sleep will lead to again morning to recover. And you can feel this betterness during the morning time if you will work routine wise. So I hope you make sense about that. Thanks for watching.